Here we are doing a test of our GLOTRENDS RAID enclosure. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do a reliability test. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the files over here. These are a bunch of pictures that I have. And we're going to transfer it to the hard drives that are here. These two hard drives are set up as a RAID 1 array. So we have two hard drives in RAID 1 and we have the RAID enclosure. And in the middle of the transfer, so I'm going to start the transfer right now. Good old copy and paste. So as you can see, it's doing a copy and paste of all the photos here. And we've got some pretty decent performance here. We got about 25 megabytes per second. And I'm going to let some of the files transfer over so I know to check for some files when I'm done. And you can see the LEDs are blinking. Now the goal of this test is in the middle of this transfer, we're going to shut off the hard drives. I'm just going to unplug the power. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate a double failure. So we have two hard drives and the RAID enclosure. I'm going to simulate the RAID enclosure and one of the hard drives failing. So I'm going to do that right now because it looks like we got 5% of the files transferred. So I'm going to unplug this guy. Alright, so it's unplugged. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate a hardware failure. So let's just assume you just had a hardware failure. And let's just say the RAID enclosure and the other hard drive have been destroyed in a fire.
Oh no.
And all you have left is the one disk. And this is your last hope for your precious memories that you have.
No.
And right here we see that the transfer was interrupted. So we're just going to cancel out here. And here's a moment of truth, guys. Can you hold the camera, Josh?
I kept it.
So we're going to take your last remaining hard drive because the other hard drive in the RAID enclosure burned in a fire. We're going to plug it in and we're going to see if we still have our files. Alright, it's getting plugged in. The light turns on. Alright, we have an alert. It said there's a problem with this drive. Scan the drive now and fix it.
Let's do that.
And now, this is actually something you don't want to do because usually you don't want to scan the drive. So I'm just going to skip it.
My bad.
So if I go into here and I go into here, amazing. We still have our precious files.
Wow.
So as a comparison, I'm going to go back to the original one and I'm going to open up in a new window. So it looks like two of the files got transferred here. Looks like we got backgrounds and camera roll. So I'm going to see how big this is. Properties.
Oh.
We got 29.6 megabytes.
Good. And
then backgrounds here, we got 29.6 megabytes. So it looks like the entire backgrounds folder got transferred.
Yeah.
And the real question is, did anything get corrupted? So if you click into the backgrounds, we got a picture of a cat, elephant. We go into backgrounds. Wow.
Amazing.
We have the cat, the elephant, and it looks like none of the pictures got corrupted here. So
Such fidelity.
what does this tell me? This tells me that this enclosure here is pretty reliable for what you're paying for it. It was only I think it was like $80 or $90 for me, and right here we just simulated a crash where one of the hard drives and the RAID enclosure failed, and the one remaining hard drive still has uncorrupted data.
Yeah.
Even though we powered it off during the transfer of data. And this concludes the durability, safety, and reliability test.
Thank you. Thank you.